Welcome to Let's Paint TV. We're just posting stuff onto Instagram, and then we're going to do that also to Facebook. Welcome back, everybody, to Let's Paint TV. I'm your host, Mr. Let's Paint. Another exciting day here. Let me go ahead and post this over onto on Facebook. Command C. And go over here. Command V. Boom. And let me go boom. 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 You want to call the program, you can. 818-528-4516 is the number. Okay, I did all the posting that needs to be done. And away we go. Away we go. Trying to get back, get into the swing of things. You know, with it always goes without saying, without fail. It goes without saying, whatever. I can have a productive day one day, but then the next day I feel. Let me turn down the audio. I feel a little lethargic, or I guess I question my creative output, or I think I'm also, you start worrying about making money, selling. And as such, it kind of, I think you end up doing stuff that you might not, well, not that you don't want to, but a little of that comes into play, so it kind of screws things up. Anyway, feel free to call us here, 818-528-4516. That is the number. I'm just having some coffee right now, and wait till everyone starts showing up, taking a few people to take a few minutes to get them to come on into the program here and hang out and come into the chat room, come into the comment section, comment on, if you will, vis-a-vis the internet portal of sorts where one can let their voice be heard, and this is your portal, this is your creative portal where that can be discussed and talked about for the most part. Yes, that is correct. I survive solely on the selling of my artwork, and any kind of performances that I might come across from by being Mr. Let's Paint. Kind of scary at times, though. I think the best thing you can, the only solace that you can kind of hopefully figure out is that you've done this year after year for many years, and so that means you can just keep. You should just probably just do it and not worry so much. But you do. You can't help it. But probably best not worry too much about the that kind of stuff. However, one must have to make the decision, particularly if you aren't able to sell anything or make money from your artistic endeavors. Then maybe you need to get a job. I've not had a job for so many years that I have not worked for anybody, so it's not. I would not be. Oh, we got someone sending me a Facebook post, special message. That's Facebook over there. Who's sending me that? Let's see. All right. Can I dump green paint on myself for St. Patty's Day? Okay. No. You know, should we talk about St. Patty's Day? Because I'm, you know, I think it's probably, if you looked at my last name, or if you looked at me, and you could probably assume that I'm probably have some Irish in me, and you are 100% correct, or I am 100% Irish, actually. Of Irish descendants. Having said that, the celebration of St. Patty's Day is not. Let me just point out, or stand corrected, or stand firm, or just let this be known. I do not come from a family that celebrates St. Patty's Day. Anything more than maybe we might have. My mom might have made a corned beef meal because it was on sale, or it was, you know, being promoted at the local Safeway, and believe me, that would be the one and only time we ever eat corned beef. But yeah, no, we never, we did not really ever celebrate. Not to say that I have not participated on my own at various St. Patty's festivities over off and on. That does has occurred in the past. I tend to not probably generally shy away from that kind of stuff, I guess. It's sort of like Halloween. I don't know. There's something about the masses. I think if you know me, you know you know where I'm coming from in that sense, that I'm always hesitant to do anything that's in a mass consensus of mass people doing stuff to celebrate or do anything. It is it's a scary thing in a weird way in terms of getting a groundswell. And that's what popular culture is. It's a groundswell of stuff that gets tons and large percentage of the populace behind a particular idea. And as you know, that is dangerous when it comes to let's go to war. Let's drum up the war drums, and let's get everyone lock sync on the idea of going to war. So I think that's possibly in the back of my mind that, or somehow I have that. I'm always leery or Larry. Is it Larry or is this Leary? I'm always leery of that. Of anything, I guess. I don't know if it's strictly based on that. That's something that is popular. Be wary of solely because it's going to lead to war, but you can see how if you can through influence, through popular culture, through advertising dollars, through media. You can convince, you can change, get people to say vote for you. You can do a lot of stuff because you have the power and you have the wherewithal, and then you get all the minions, you get all the peons to follow in lockstep and fold. And that's why I'm always hesitant to participate in really anything, frankly. I think we all probably need to step back. And for that matter, St. Paddy's Day, if we want to get into it in terms of the idea that it is something that in some ways celebrates the sort of the ugly of being Irish, and that is just being an alcoholic. That's not something that probably one who is from an Irish family really wants to make a big deal about. All right, 818-528-4516. Though there is, and every once in a while this story shows up that you forget about, but it shows up every once in a while, and it's a great story actually. And it's the St. Patrick's Brigade, the St. Patrick's Brigade during the Mexican-American War, or U.S.-Mexican, whatever, the war in like 1848, 1850-ish, somewhere around that time, pre-Civil War. There was a group of Catholic, Irish Catholic, and some German Catholics too, but so they were all Catholics ultimately, and predominantly they were Irish. And but I just read that there were some of them were also German Catholic. Ended up fighting for the Mexicans against the Americans, and they were actually quite successful as a regiment or a group fighting with the Mexicans, because actually the Mexicans were not as advanced with technique and whatnot, and some of these from what I read, this Irish brigade were actually, some of them were actually previously enlisted in the U.S. Army, and also the Royal, the British Army. So they had some sort of training and stuff. All right, so anyway, it's fascinating read. Look that up. and the main reason why they participated on that side is because of their being Catholic, predominantly in a predominantly Protestant United States at the time, or U.S., or whatever you want to call it. All right, well, there's enough of my Debbie Downer on stuff. Feel free to wear the green and all that kind of jazz, and celebrate and be Irish for a day and all that stuff. I am obviously quite proud of being Irish, or of Irish descent, but I love the. I mean, I'm, you know, as we all should be proud of where we come from, but to what extent, I don't know. You know, do we wear a big old tattoo, you know, Celtic pride tattoo, or, you know, apparently my great grandfather famously used green ink, and so there you have it. 818-528-4516 is the number if you want to call in, and we'll take your calls. You want to talk about St. Paddy's Day? I don't really know much more about it than anyone else on the subject of St. Paddy's Day. I guess St. Patrick brought Christianity to Ireland is what it was, and I guess that's a bone of contention too, isn't it? Being that that the Irish had already prior to the introduction of Christianity were already very, very spiritual in what they were doing and who they were. But I guess it was more of somehow unchristian. But I think they were up for some good stuff back in the days prior to Christianity. Let's take a call here. Hello, caller. You're on Let's Paint TV.
Hey, John.
Hey, what's going on?
Hey, this is the Invisible Man.
The Invisible Man. What's going on?
It's been a long time. How are you doing?
I'm doing good. I'm doing good.
I had a question. Who do you think would win in a fist fight between Matisse and Cezanne?
You know, right off the would be Matisse. Is Matisse doing the cutouts and bedridden?
I'm not sure.
Or, because if
maybe
that's
maybe the dancer, maybe the dancers, you know, era. Like that.
Okay, when they're in their full zest, their zeal.
Yeah, in their prime.
Yeah, in their prime. I got a hunch that it would be. I got a feeling that Matisse was a bigger person in size and stature. But then,
the bigger they are, the harder they fall, right?
Maybe so. But then, my first thought was it would be Cezanne, actually.
Yeah.
Because he seems a little more, you know, he hikes up that hill all the time, and he's, you know, a little more rugged and, you know, less, kind of a wild card, I would say.
Yeah, kind of unpredictable.
Yeah, and so whereas Matisse seemed like he has more of a, you know, I would say more of a, I don't know, whatever. I don't know. He seemed a little like proper or something, you know, like. I don't think, but then see, I'm thinking, and I was thinking out loud, or thinking, you know, in my is that, you know, also those people back in those days, the rich and stuff, they learned how to box and stuff, you know, that was a big deal.
Maybe even some martial arts in there, some MMA.
Maybe. I don't know if they got into the MMA stuff, but they definitely enjoyed the sort of that idea of athleticism, you know, from going back to the Greek Roman days.
Okay, so, what about if you threw Manet in the mix there? Three-person fight.
Well, Manet, I can't picture him. I don't really have a good I always mix him up with Monet anyway. So.
Oh, come on.
Yeah, weren't they brothers or something? Monet and Manet.
No.
And they made mayonnaise, didn't they? Together.
That was the child, their love child.
That's a Dijonnaise.
Oh, Dijonnaise. Yeah.
Yeah,
well,
I don't know.
What are you painting right now? I can't see you. My internet's not working.
Oh, I'm actually kind of at a loss at the moment. I'm stumbling through a bunch of stuff right now, and kind of like not really certain I want to put paint down on a canvas anymore. Like.
Well, you should make up your mind, man. This is Let's Paint TV here. This isn't some, wishy-washy, can't make up my mind TV.
Yeah, I know. Well, I usually by the bottom of the hour, in another 10 minutes, I usually know what I'm doing.
All right. Well, I don't want to keep you, but I want to come back and play some ping pong sometime.
All right, the Invisible Man. You can check him out playing ping pong with me on YouTube videos somewhere. Invisible Man playing ping pong.
All right. Hey, have a good day.
All right, Invisible Man calling in. You want to call? All right, there he goes, Invisible Man. You want to call the program? You can. 818-528-4516. 818-528-4516. We are just getting started, and we're already quite further down the road than we thought. But nevertheless, we are here for you to encourage you to do whatever you got to do. What do you got to do? And if you have questions, maybe we can help you out or not. Otherwise, just sit right back and enjoy what I am going to have to do, which is really get going and get moving and motivate myself in some form or fashion, some way, some possible way to get going, to get moving, and where that takes us, what we decide to do, is a problematic, at times problematic, because we're not necessarily certain about what that is and what it can be turns into, what can be brought about from that aspect of thought of where one is going and where one is not. Where are we not going is sometimes as important as knowing where one should be going. If you know what I'm talking about, feel free to comment in the comment section. We got Jenny Bongo, Artur Chick Flux, and Revelons. We got a nice group of people in the chat room. Hang out and feel free to call us at 818-528-4516. 818-528-4516. Now, yesterday, I can't talk and then I'm going to put the painting back up. But yesterday I worked on that box of eggs next to that George Foreman grill painting, and I realized, and I knew that this was a problem, and yet I went with it. And then afterwards I said, screw this. This sucks. And so because of that, I scraped that off. So let's bring it back, and I'll just show you where we are with that painting right now. Let's go take a look at it right now. Just a second. Okay, that's good. Okay, lost. What do I do? What happened now? All right. Oh, here it is. Okay, we're back. Let me get this. All right, 818-528-4516 is the number. Thanks for calling. Thanks for being here. Let's see what's going on. So you can see this area here. I got rid of basically, and now I'm going to just kind of add some paint to it basically. So we'll just kind of fiddle with it. Now the question is, by fiddling with it, am I dabbling? If I'm dabbling, then am I kind of overworking of sorts? You know, is it going to just kill it? Am I killing it? What is the right approach? The right approach that we should be taking here to create a ambiance effect for the picture plane. That is the de facto question of the day. That is the question that we all must grapple and gargle with as best we can. All right, let's without further ado, let's take some calls here. Caller number 5 okay, we don't have a caller. Okay. If, so lines are open. 818-528-4516. Call us here at Let's Paint TV. You got a question about painting, exercise, emotional balance between creativity and humanity, St. Patrick's Day, you name it. We'll entertain that for you at least for a quick second. And if we got nothing to give back, we might just move on and ignore your question. But it is, nevertheless, it is something that we can entertain. And we're going to entertain those ideas. We're going to entertain. You got some ideas? I need to entertain them. Got to entertain those ideas. All right, so I'm trying to entertain your ideas. So feel free to call us here, 818-528-4516. 818-528-4516. Now, if you really enjoy this program, and I know you do, now's the time. Now's the time to go and support the program over at patreon.com/letspainttv. Patreon.com/letspainttv for as little as $1 a month, guys. $1 a month. That is less than a box of toothpicks, I believe. What's the price of toothpicks? I do not know the price of a box, but it's less than a cup of coffee. Maybe it's less than a roll of toilet paper. So please go over to patreon.com/letspainttv and donate there. Also, we still have that Kickstarter going, and you can find out that's Kickstarter for, and we're going to do a whole Kickstarter like last couple of day drive here when that's about to end. I think it's like, I better double check, but I believe we're down to a few more days there. And but you'll find all that information there at letspainttv.com. We got paintings to sell too. All right, 818-528-4516, 818-528-4516. We are just getting going here. Just getting going here and trying to, we're trying to finish off this painting. And we're trying to kill it. We're going to try to kill it, finish it off. Pop, 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 pop. Kill it, man. Kill that. With Kills. That you know that paint called Kills, K-I-L-Z, Kills. That's some good stuff, I guess, or not. I wouldn't necessarily know if it was really that good or not in terms of archivally, whatever you want to call it, in terms of when it gets down to the aspects of the preservation, the conservation of artwork, where Kills comes into play, or the if it has any kind of. Can you tell I've drunken a lot of coffee? It's true. I have drunken a lot of coffee today. We were talking about acrylic, if we should put a top coat over acrylic. And I posted that yesterday on Facebook. we talked about it yesterday, and killing paintings with kill duff. It's got a nice ring to it in a way. And so we talked about that yesterday, and then I posted that on Facebook, and we had a whole run of ideas and responses to that about the idea of putting a clear coat, a protective coat over your acrylic painting. And I'd say it was 50-50 or something like that of well thought out answers supporting both viewpoints. And I stumbled across actually a link when I did a search on my own from, of all places, the Smithsonian Archival Conservation Department or whatever. And they pointed out basically what everyone else in the comment section there on my Facebook page of my whatever you call that. And you can find that, by the way. I have that Facebook there. Let's Paint TV. Go to letspainttv.com and you can find my Facebook page if you want to be my friend and stuff. But so that, my friends, was an interesting prognosis. But what it came down to is that if you do put a layer over your acrylic painting, you run the risk of destroying the natural painting qualities that existed, because then you created a homogeneous coat, and in a subtle way maybe that's fine, and in a protective way that might be fine, but it can also destroy what was already there. It's an interesting question of sorts. I'm inclined to just not worry about it, and that's usually the best answer that I find for mostly everything, frankly. But occasionally we do get snafu'd. We get snafu'd, and we start to wonder. We start to think, and so there's nothing wrong with maybe trying something out, and it doesn't hurt. If you did it and you weren't happy and you were disappointed, you learn and you say, never again kind of deal. All right. Anyway, we're about ready to get started here, halfway through the program. 818-528-4516. We're happy to take your calls and read your questions here. And let's get the treadmill up and running here and try to joggle our minds, joggle our memory, joggle our jockstrap, our training bra, or whatever is causing a commotion, causing a stir. All right, so there we are. A big opening run of Dancing with the Stars last night, guys. I happened to just come across one of the hamburger lady with the very large breast. I saw her dance and was somewhat unimpressed by the whole state of affairs and moved on. But it was on, and there quite a lot of other stars were also did their debut Dancing with the Stars. So that's exciting if you're into that. Also over on NBC they had The Voice. This is the voice, and I found that to be a little more interesting. But then I always end up watching Seinfeld reruns. All right, being a little more open than need be here. Being a little personal that I need to, but that happens when we end up talking to ourselves for a whole hour. Feel free to call us, you can, or if you'd like. Okay, so I'm kind of got moving here, 2.4 miles an hour. Let's get a little water in us here. And the agenda of today is, hey guys, don't drink and drive, okay? All right, that's the agenda. Stay off the road if you're drinking. All right, get an Uber or something. You know what I mean? Get a taxi, get an Uber, or take the bus. Okay, so let's see here. I got my brushes; they're all dirty, and let's see what we can get going on here. It looks like I don't know what happened. Is it the comment section? You guys like stop commenting? Okay, here we got another comment here. Okay, here we go. 2.6. Probably need the fan on now. Ah, there you go. Okay. Oh. Okay. This might be time to get rid of this brush. I don't know. All right, I'm gonna just kind of clean this. I still like using this brush. So the goal here is to try to maybe do something over on that section. But what we do is really, it could be simply a simple move on some part in our on our part. You know, it could be just a simple, just a bam, 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 boom, 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 boom. We just want to boom, 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 boom. We just want to boom, boom. Okay, let's try to see if we can get a boom, boom, boom. Boom, 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 boom. Okay, I think we need a bigger brush. We can get a bigger brush here. I need to clean this brush. But now this is the beauty though. This brush has not really been cleaned, and it's caked with oil paint, and yet it still can kind of work because it isn't acrylic paint. It's oil paint. Now the problem here is that I scraped that crap off and I got a bunch of crap there kind of floating around on the surface. I don't know if I can scrape that off or not. I might be able to. Give us a call here, guys. We are getting started on the battle of trying to make sense out of nothing in a sense. And we'll take your calls here. You want to talk about whatever you want, really. I mean, we can try to entertain those your issues, your problems. We'll try to help you out, or not. But nevertheless, we are here for the duration, Monday through Friday, 2 p.m. Eastern. Okay, I'm trying to get rid of some of the little paint boogers that are there. All right, we got a call here, another call here on the program. Hello, caller. You're on Let's Paint TV.
Good morning, John.
All right, what's going on?
I'm wondering what part of California you're in there.
What part of California? We're in Southern California, Los Angeles, California.
Los Angeles, all right. I've got a bunch of friends in California. I'm thinking of how would you feel if I tried to reach out to some of my friends and see if I could get some people in there to play improvisational music with you or do weird camera effects and stuff.
Well, you know, this is we're kind of in a hidden part of a compound that is it's a hidden place. It's not publicly available.
Well, I was just thinking, you know, if you don't want me to, then that's fine. But I've got some creative folks I know in that area that would probably be willing to come and do stuff like that for free with you, just kind of mess around with you in the morning.
Well, if you want, contact me after the show or something. That's, it is a possibility.
Yeah, sure. How much you going to be selling that egg sandwich for? I might buy it.
Well, it's we'll put it at a price that's probably unattainable for anybody unless they got just billions of dollars. But that's always debatable. That's always we can work that out if it's we work a right deal, a right price if you really like it.
All right. If you want to both those things, I should contact you after the show.
All right. Let's just we'll just do this off the air. Let's go off the air on this one.
All right.
Okay. Thanks for calling.
Have fun, John.
All right. Okay, so we kind of knocked this part off here, and it's kind of, in a weird way, resolved. I resolved it, and yet I'm not convinced that it's the answer. But nevertheless, it is. It's going to be okay. Also, one way or the other. One way to look at painting sometimes is the idea that, what if you just died? What if I died today? And that's how you can look at your paintings, the ones that you're battling with, the ones that you can't finish, the ones that never amount to anything. Just imagine yourself dead, and would somebody throw that away? Or would they, they go, oh, that's the unfinished painting by so-and-so. It's really quite great, But, oh yeah, I never finished that painting. She never finished that painting, but it's, but you could tell, you could see the mastery. But he seemed like he couldn't finish that one little spot. So if you think about that, not that you want to be thinking about that too much, but one could realize that it's okay, but it makes you realize that it's okay to have an area in a painting that sucks, that you can't resolve, but somehow it just is there. It might be okay. It might. I'm not saying that that's okay for me now, because I'm still in there. I'm still battling with this. If we can, 50 calories already burning. This thing's shaking too much, though. I need to do it. That's better. All right, feel free to call us here. I'm not hearing as well as I could with the calls. I need to turn up the volume or something. I wonder how I can do that. I think I need to turn up the speaker. I got to turn up the speaker. Okay, so that I can hear. That's what I got to do. All right. So, we don't have to run. We can just sit back and look and observe what might need be done here next. I'm going to take a little small brush here, guys, and see if I can maybe just screw up what is there. And right away I know that this is not really doing me any good, but just felt like doing that. Sometimes you just could be, you should be allowed, and I think you are, because it's all on you. It's just you. It's you on a canvas. You in the easel and a canvas and some paint. It's just you. You are entitled to do whatever you want to do. If you want to get all up on in it with your bad self, go for it. But don't expect me to help you out. No, no. No, don't expect anyone to help you out. It's all on you, man. It's all on you. Woman, child, it's all up to you. It's up to you, New York, New York. Yeah, it's up to you. It's up to you to do whatever you want to do. I can't help you out. I can't help you out. I can only give you a smidgen I can only hope. I can only hope. I can only hope I can give you a smidgen of inspiration and perspiration. But it ain't easy. It ain't easy. But it ain't hard either. It ain't hard either. It ain't terribly hard either. But hang in there. Hang in there. That's what I'm doing. Hanging in each and every day, Monday through Friday, 2 p.m. Eastern Time. All right, taking your calls here, 818-528-4516, 818-528-4516. 2.8, and I'm feeling great. Feeling kind of great on some levels. I'm not necessarily feeling great in terms of success, monetary success. Now that's elusive. That is evasive on many fronts. On this, coming from me at this moment, at this period of time, but it comes and goes. Hang in there, guys. Hang in there, Mr. Paint. You'll figure it out. Sometimes you don't even have to figure it out. It will figure it out for you. You're ahead. You know, sometimes we are ahead of the times. We are in the future, and so the future has to catch up, or the past or the now catches up with us that we already in the future. All right, let's take a call here on Let's Paint TV. Hello, caller. You're on Let's Paint TV. Hi.
Hi, it's Jenny from Wisconsin.
Hey, Jenny from Wisconsin. What's going on?
Nothing. Just watching your show. I keep forgetting to watch it.
Well,
you're very inspirational today. It's been a long winter.
Oh yeah, it's not breaking out yet. No spring sprung kind of stuff going on yet.
Well, yesterday was almost 70, but today it's back to 40.
Okay,
so.
Well, that's a lot better than below zero and all that kind of jazz.
That's very true. And I'm wearing my Embrace Failure shirt today that I got for Christmas.
All right, so there you go, Jenny. Jenny on the block.
I wore it to a business meeting yesterday. I thought that'd be a great shirt to wear.
and how what was the response?
Oh, they didn't even notice. It was my friend, but I thought it was funny.
They didn't. They were like, yeah, whatever. Some art T-shirt kind of thing.
Yeah. So that's all. Just checking in.
Well, thanks for calling. Thanks for calling. I know you're busy painting all the time yourself, so that's great. Kudos.
I didn't paint hardly at all for like the last 2 months.
What?
Really
so you're totally hibernating, huh?
Yeah, totally hibernating. But I have painting on the easel, so I'm working on it.
All right. Well, you can. You know, the beauty about it is that you can do it forever. That's what I love it.
Yeah.
It's not like basketball. You know, it's not like football where you got to retire at 30 years old and stuff.
Exactly. You need a little rejuvenation time once in a while.
You know, it doesn't hurt. It doesn't hurt to take a break, I got to say.
Yeah. All right, well, just checking in. Hi, and saying hi.
All right. So. Thanks for coming on in, giving a call here. Jenny from the block, from the old block there in Wisconsin.
All right, bye, John.
All right, see you later, Jenny. And if you want to call the program, you can, 818-528-4516. We are just cruising for a bruising, I guess. I don't know about that. 0.72 miles already, and we're just sort of not certain what to do with this painting. But it's pretty much well situated. It's already kind of resolved in its sense in terms of what we want to do with it, but there's like a little area, and it's like picking a zit. It's like if you want to keep picking at it, you can, but maybe you need to just take a break. Sometimes you got to take a break. Or belch, one or the other. Force it. Sometimes you can't force it, but sometimes you need to force it. Sometimes you got to force it. Sometimes you got to force the issue, But sometimes we don't want to. We don't want it. Don't want it. Oh man, 0.77 miles here. Ho! So let's paint TV, guys. Nothing worse than trying to fine tune a painting. It's probably one of the more annoying aspects. It can be rewarding though. It's definitely rewarding, particularly when if you know that you've succeeded in the past with some form of completion of sorts. But I don't know. Maybe I should write down on a diary or something, right? To look back on. Mental diary, at least. There is a mental diary from our past experiences, so that we know what we think could work, what we think we found to be worked for us. So we have that sort of built in. Maybe we access it. Maybe we should disregard it. I think that's probably the question that we need to ponder or consider more times than not, and that is disregard. What we found to be successful in our creative output, just so that one can get through another portal, go through another window of activity, of possibilities. We may, as an option, want to consider doing it entirely different. But it's hard to know what that is or where to go, how to do that. But I am advocating that. I wish you all well on that endeavor. I like to think that one can find interesting advancements from that kind of maneuver. But also there's a lot of maybe it's more like a emerging markets stock market situation where it's got some serious ups and downs. So and as such, maybe it's hard to take. Maybe it's easier to just be more efficient and thorough. But see, thorough, can't even say it. Thorough, and efficient. I propose safe, thorough, efficient, safe. Said that already. Really begots mediocrity, boredom, in creativity land. I think we need to throw that spark in the sink, in the mix, in the burrito, in the whole enchilada. To spark your imagination incrementally, advancing is not enough. You need to jump off that cliff in Creativity Town. It's the safest thing you can do. It's not reality. Creativity is not reality. So go through the window. Jump off the cliff. With your creativity. All right, 132 calories here, guys. Got a little deep there, a little deep. Got a little deep on you. Didn't think I was going to go there, but we did on Let's Paint TV. Give us a call, 818-528-4516. We're at 3 miles an hour right now, 134 calories, and just past 1 mile, 1 mile and just basically 1 mile. Feel free to call us, 818-528-4516. Just a few more minutes left here of this exciting program that we provide to you each and every day, Monday through Friday, 2 p.m. Eastern Time. Okay, so we're kind of stumbled or perplexed. Now, having said all that, am I really doing anything more different than what I regularly do? And so ultimately, am I just incrementally making my adjustments to my creative process also? And the answer is yes. The answer is yes. Let's take another call here. Hello, caller. You're on Let's Paint TV. Hi.
Hey, John, you're talking about taking the plunge and jumping off a cliff. I want to see you take the plunge into a new pot of paint and throw some stuff up onto a canvas.
Exactly. I think we'll probably be busting out a new painting tomorrow.
I'm looking forward to it.
All right. All right. That's right. You know, I inadvertently am incrementally doing the same thing as we all are. But I'm well aware that taking risk and experimenting and failing it has its just rewards. It's like eating a lot of good cake and pie and lemon meringue and all that kind of good stuff. So that's what we're talking about. We're talking about your possibilities, the possibilities that you have that you are not making use of. When we're not making use of our creativity, creative inner.
Juices.
What's that?
I said juices.
Juices, creative juices. Yes, creative juices. But it's creativity. I project. I say. I suggest is actually one of the 4 basic food groups, or one of the, like the senses or whatever you call that. What are those? The senses: smell, sense.
Yeah, there's actually, they teach you 5 of them when you're in elementary school, but when you get into a neuroscience course, you find out that there's really somewhere between 14 and 17.
Okay, see, and creativity's got to be one of them, right?
Well, creativity is an interesting thing. I study neuroscience and I study philosophy, and creativity is not well understood. It's something that's really fundamental to our existence, but we're still trying to figure out how creativity is possible by looking at different parts of the brain.
Well, I can only imagine that is an ever elusive situation, kind of like trying to figure out where God is or who God is. But it is a important part of our existence that we should all celebrate, I think, because it all makes us happy. And
Absolutely. I think it's the best way to find meaning in life is to be creative. That's what you were talking about. Gas earlier, you got a little dark for a while, but
right.
I think that you're right, that creating, especially creating something that's physical in the world, like a painting that you can look at later, is the best way of trying to make meaning in a universe where you know that eventually you're going to be gone.
Well, I mean, that's, obviously
that leaves a mark.
That's sort of why a lot of artists get into making art. But for the most part, it's probably one of the reasons, for sure. For myself, that has some sort of connection. I kind of feel connected to in that idea. However, we don't have to, of course, be limited, by the type of creativity ways and means that we use. So obviously, just creative thought is viable as important as the picture picture plane or a three-dimensional object of sorts, you know. The imaginary, that kind of stuff.
I agree with you. Just thinking things that people have never thought before can be really exciting too, especially if you can write them down.
Right, or record them as we're doing right here on this program right now today.
You're making something that'll last here forever.
Possibly, or it could just get deleted, just like that. Boom.
Yeah, and that's part of the dilemma too. But
it's all right.
The real joy is in the creating itself, and whether or not it's going to last forever shouldn't really be the thing that drives you, whether you do it or not. You should still do it anyway, and you know.
Right.
Even when you're out for a walk, the very stone that you kick with your boot is going to outlast Shakespeare.
Well, right, and I always say, you know, look at Ben Franklin. Where's Ben Franklin today?
Well, I imagine he's in the ground somewhere.
Well, he's dead. That's what it, you know. So, you know, he did all that, you know, invented the post office and electricity, whatever he did, you know, did a lot of stuff in his life, but he's dead now. So, you know, in some ways it doesn't matter if you think about it in that sense. I mean, when you pass and go to another dimension, you know, you're not going to be carrying on. Oh, by the way, I was Ben Franklin in my last lifetime, and I get all the just rewards, all the just desserts from what Ben Franklin did. No, doesn't work that way, does it?
No, so you don't think that there's a meaningful sense in which you can attain immortality through art?
I didn't hear that very well. What?
Do you think that you can attain immortality through art, or do you think that art is just transient in the same way we are?
I don't know. I don't really quite understand the question, but basically, I just think, you know, when you die, you die. That's it. You probably take the information you learned from your interactions on this planet to the next dimension, whatever that is. Maybe it's back on this planet, I don't know. But so you take that as an individual, and hopefully you left behind also, you know, your interactions with other people, some sort of benefit. So I guess in some ways, yes. I guess the answer is yes.
Yeah, I think there's one way in which, you know, all of us are going to be forgotten eventually, but there's another sense in which we can have an impact and we can create things that will last, and that is a way of sort of transcending your own death, if you would.
Yeah, well, at least it gives you solace. It gives you a reason to live, I think.
Yes. That's the more important part.
But
whether or not
I
you
don't
remember to give you a reason to live now.
I don't think everyone worries about that. I think it's more of I think that's just more of something that creative types worry or think about, or thoughtful-minded people. I don't think, again, popular culture, the mass society, most people who are walking around on this planet do not think, you know, start thinking stuff like that. They have other problems. They got wars. They got, you know, family problems, you know, immigration, you know, whatever. I mean, it's just all this awful stuff that they have to contend with.
I think we spend most of our lives running from it, yeah. But people who try to create, I think you're right. They think about it maybe more often than anybody else, but you still, for the most part, you just gotta get on with it and not spend too much time worrying about it, like you said.
I guess. I mean, you know, it's endless. We could go back and forth on this. Hey, man, thanks for the call. Our time is up. It's
all right.
All right.
See you later, John.
All right. Thanks for calling. And thanks again here, guys. We had a great time. We did some running. We did some painting. We did some talking. And we took your calls. We did it all. Thanks again for being here. I'm Mr. Let's Paint. We'll be here again tomorrow. 2 p.m. Eastern. And if you want to support the show, again, just go there at patreon.com/letspainttv. Again, just $1 a day, a month. Actually, $1 a day would be great too. Would be great. That would be very helpful. And you can also find that at letspainttv.com. Until tomorrow, guys. Bye-bye. $205 calories, 1.55 miles.